Hey everyone, welcome to Amberg Acres. A few years back I made a video similar to the one I'm making right now, but I used a ground blind for my demonstration. So this year I'm going to use my hunting blind that's behind me over here and the new Pablo stand down there for my demonstration to show you what the deer are seeing when you're up there in that stand. Now if you look at it right now, it's blacked out. I mean, the windows are black. You really can't see anything inside there, right? So the deer seem to like these trees that I'm standing next to right here. They seem to like this area for some reason. And the watering hole is right over here, probably 20 yards from me. So they seem to congregate here. And this is where they'll be standing when they're looking up at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up there and I'm going to open the window and I'm going to sit in there and move around and stuff and put my camera up by the window just like it is when I'm hunting. And I don't have my bow with me. It is the Friday before opening of gun season here in Wisconsin. So you won't see this video until probably December sometime. I have a couple videos waiting to come out yet. Hopefully you can see what the deer is seeing. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there that, you know, on what deer can see. I don't think anybody knows what a deer can see. They're just speculating, you know. So what we do kind of know is that they can see black and white images or shades of black and white. So if you're not all black up there and you have white or your face isn't covered, they can see that movement if you're moving up there. And that's what they're seeing. They're not necessarily seeing you, or they don't know what you are. They just see something up there that isn't there normally. So right now, this is what they normally see when they're out here eating in the field, is a blacked out blind. So now I'm going to open the window and I'm going to do the full window, not the, this blind is made with sliding glass and a flip up window. So when the flip up window is open, it's a lot bigger than just the sliding glass. And I'm sitting in my chair just the way I normally sit when the deer are here. And I will come forward to the window just so that you can see me. But normally I am sitting back a little bit away from the window. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to open up the side window and you tell me if you can see any difference between just having a front window open and having the side window open. Now I'm going to close the windows and we'll be back to normal. All right, so now you know what the deer see when you're up there moving around in your blind. Hopefully that sheds some light on having the windows open. So in early season when it was 80 degrees, I had the windows open. I had all of them open because it's so darn hot up there. But once it got colder, then I leave those side windows shut and I only have that front window open. Hopefully this gives you a clear view of what the deer are seeing. And the reason they look up at you and think there's something wrong is because they're seeing something that they didn't see yesterday when they were standing out here eating. And that's all it is. It's not necessarily that they saw you or that they're smelling you, but they see something different. And that's the key to being concealed. And putting the branches up like I have on there, that helps a lot, but it's not 100%. So let's go down and look at the Pablo stand once. All right, so now we're looking at the Pablo stand here. And I got the camera about 20 yards away-ish, you know. Actually, the deer I shot The last week of bow season here was right here, right next to where the camera is standing. That's where it was standing when I shot at it. So right off the bat, this stand is made a little different. Standing here on the ground, and I know it looks a little different on the camera, but standing here on the ground, I can see right through that front window and right out that back window. I put a back window in this one so I can see that food pot behind me over there. The other stand you were just looking at does not have a back window, so you don't have that reflection through there. So same thing, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna stand in there and open that front window. Now this blind, the only window that opens, that flips open, is the front window. The side windows are only sliding right now, and I may make them flip. There's some things I want to change. I would like to make that front window wider. I really like this one up here when I flip that open, how wide it is, you know, that I can see the whole field. When I'm sitting in this one, I cannot see over here where my trail comes out unless I lean back and look out the side window. So I want to make some changes to that, and that'll be next year before I do any of that. So basically the windows are a little different in this one than that one. So I'm gonna go up there and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I am opening the front window and sitting in my chair the way I normally sit. Now you're probably going to be able to see me because of that back window letting light come through. And when it gets dark at night, that changes a little bit, but because that back window is on there, this blind is going to look completely different probably. Now I don't have a camera set up in this blind. That's why I didn't film that deer the other night. I use my cell camera, my cell phone, to take pictures and take little videos, and I send them to my wife because she likes to see the deer walking around out here. So when the little ones come out, I usually take a picture or a video, a little video clip, and send it to her that the deer are out, you know. But I did not use it the other night because it was getting dark, and the cameras don't do well in the dark. So now I'm going to open the side window, which on this stand I don't think you're going to see the side window at all. I don't think it's going to show up at all. So I don't believe I told you this story, but a couple weeks ago when it first started getting really cold, I was up in my other stand over here, and I had a big buddy heater, a Mr. Heater, big buddy heater, or whatever they're called. And I went to light the thing, and it blew up on me. And I'm sitting up there, and I got a fire going, and I mean, it was in flames. And luckily I had 3 bottles of water with me, so I was able to put the fire out. But I mean, the whole thing was filled with smoke in there. Within 15-20 minutes of me being up there with all that smoke, the deer were standing out there in front of me, and they didn't seem to care at all, you know, that smoke was billowing out of those windows. So anyhow, well, the point I was getting at, my wife went out and got me a new heater. This is a Dynaglow. It's the one that goes right on top of a gas bottle, a 20-pound tank. It sits right on top of the tank, and man, does this thing put out the heat. I can only run it 15-20 minutes and then I shut it off because it's getting so warm in there. And I mean, we've had a mild year. It hasn't been real cold, but this would work really well in the second season or whatever in your blind. Works really good. So, getting back to the blinds, what did you see? You know, in the comments below, you tell me what I could do different or what I should do. And let me put this down for a second here. The one thing that I've thought of is looking for making some window shades out of that see-through camouflage, kind of like the hub blinds have on them now. They're made out of this material that you can see through this way, and the other way it looks camo when you're looking at it. Just to break that up a little bit, you know, and then when I'm sitting up there, I would just lift the window out of the way when I'm looking out the window, out of the back window or whatever, and then that back window flips down also, just like the front window. The side windows do not. So then if a deer was standing back there, I could just flip the window down and you know, take my shot. So that's one of my thoughts, is putting that netting up or something, like make some curtains for inside there to kind of break that up so that when I'm sitting in there, they don't have a direct view of me necessarily. So that's one of my thoughts. Because if I make that window wider, you probably will see out the side windows then. So that's why I'm thinking that. If I would put a window shade on both of them windows to kind of block the light from shining through. So I hope you like this video. I hope you know a little bit more about blind hunting. And I hope you can give me some suggestions on what to do to make that better. So if you like these videos, you know, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.